You guys have been asking me relentlessly for this video, and with the new patch, shields are even stronger now. So we're gonna learn how to play them and also how to counter them today, so you can become either A, the shield menace, or B, the shield counter menace, or C, all of the above. Let's get into it. All right, Emerald Plains, get out of here. Honestly, shield ops are pretty solid on Emerald and Outback, just because the maps are smaller and more close quarters, so I actually wouldn't be opposed to playing like Emerald Plains for like once in all of these videos. And we got Outback, so this should help us actually do even better on the shields. I'm not sure quite exactly how good shield ops are when solo. I find that most of the time you are relying on your team quite a little bit. So we'll see how this goes. Who knows? Hopefully they're not canceling. Oh, the match is still going. We'll probably start off, it depends on the site, because I definitely want to use Fuze on the site that Fuze is going to be the best for, which could be, honestly, he's kind of good on any of them, because I could fuse the outside wall and get rid of utility. Fuse Shield is the one that I don't really know about. I think Fuse AK is just most of the time what you want to go with, and if you really need a shield up, I think Monty or Blitz is that guy. And Monty and Blitz have two very different purposes, right? Blitz is very aggressive. You can really capitalize on the enemy team's aggression by being aggressive back, because when they're spawn peeking or running out, you just sprint at their face, come around a corner, and all of a sudden they're fully blind and you're shooting them in the face with your pistol. I also don't really melee with Blitz, because most of the time I'm shooting them. Like, you want to be flashing them and shooting them, flashing them, stepping to the side so their aim is off, so they're not headshotting you with their first bullet by accident while they're blind. And then you can aim down your sights and actually get those kills. So I guess we'll start it off with the Fuse, and then we'll just go from there. So if you guys didn't know, the new patch now covers your feet of the shield. So there was like, I don't know if it was a bug or if they just misplayed it when they were coding the game, but your feet would show when you're crouched, and attackers could just shoot it, and it was really, really bad because you kind of had to hide around corners in order to not get killed. So now that won't happen, so you can actually sit in the middle of a room a little bit safer, and hopefully it will go a little bit better. Got to turn my HUD back on. Out here taking screenshots. And there's some settings, some free settings for you. Just turn that off in the HUD. This guy still hasn't come back. Come on, Corazon. Come on, get back in the game, baby. Let's go. Because it looks like they are here. They got the cap can. They're doing a site setup, so they might not actually be canceling. So this could be good. We're going to go for that outside wall. I could bring hard breach tools here. Normally I like the smokes just because they do provide a little more playmaking. But because none of my teammates are hard breaching, I will actually just elect to get the outside wall, add a little bit more pressure, get a new route into the building, because this is a map where it is difficult to get in. So having the hard breach is quite important on this map, I would say. So I'll go fuse that outside wall just to clear any Melusas or anything that might be in the middle of dorms. Maybe even do the window as well. Could be a little risky. Doesn't look like they're canceling. The thing hasn't popped up yet, so looks like we got a game on our hands, boys. Now, the other thing I can do is when I'm hard breaching this, I can put the shield on my back, just so I don't get killed if someone hops out. I can just turn my back to it. Put this down. I'm gonna use both my hard breach tools on this. All right, well, now we can drone and see what's going on before we still go charging with the shield. Careful, the breach is open, Yana. Oh, I lost my drone. All right.
One's deep laundry. Top main is clear.
I'm gonna hop in on this.
Bunks is clear right now. Never mind. One's top main. One's top main.
One's in bathroom.
Dock and bathroom, and third stall.
Just ADS him. Just go for the kill. He's shooting at my shoulders. He's not aiming at my head. That's a good time to ADS. I'm gonna make some way here. I'm gonna go for the charge on this guy because he's close.
Last one was mains.
Teammate got him in laundry. So I'm gonna push this guy. My teammate's gonna shoot him. Basically, most of the time as a shield, you're just a distraction. You're just getting in their face, pulling their attention, getting rid of their bullets. This guy's got to reload, and my teammates are coming in on him. He's wasting all his ammo by shooting me in the front of the shield. Now, getting those bullets shot in the shield does slow you down, but because he has no teammates to actually support him, it's not doing anything besides losing his ammo. So let's switch to the Monty, just because I want to bring the Blitz after, because Blitz kind of has that similar style as Fuse where you're kind of getting up in their face. With Monty, you can just add pressure by just standing there and standing still. Now, to counter the Fuse and the Blitz, Impact's Legion, super good. Impact grenades, shield's going to fly to the side. or even just trying to keep your distance. Like if you don't have the impact grenades, keeping your distance and maybe even trying to get a teammate to help you out. Teamwork is always going to beat shields, right? Like if that guy bathroom called out that I was pushing him and the guy from yellow peeked me, he could have shot me in the back right there, but the communication is not on. It requires quite a bit of teamwork. So if you have a stack, it's really, really important that you guys are able to listen to each other and work off each other in order to get rid of those shields. Because honestly, when I'm solo queue and there's people pushing with shields, it's really hard. You just have to kind of hope that you can kill the guys that are pushing behind the shields and hope that the shields don't kill you in the process. So shields are very, very strong, and I don't think that's going to change. I'm going to bring the smoke grenades this time. I'll probably walk across the map with Monty. I want to make sure I have people behind me, though. If I don't have people behind me, it's going to be easy to get flanked, shot in the back. And again, that teamwork from the other team could work out for them. A lot of it, too, is just like getting chip damage on the shields, you know, whether it's a Capcan trap or a Lesion Mine or an impact grenade or a smoke or whatever it is. It's just important to be... here, I can go in front of you if you want. To be taking away as much damage as you can. And also just... shields misplaying, like right there I could have got a shot in the back technically by somebody. I'm just slowly going to clear, listen for audio. Hiding in corners would work well too, especially if the shield does not check the corners. I hear one by me. I think he might be games. Yeah, shoot the default, on the default. I say my shield. Oh, and I ADS way too soon. I actually didn't mean to ADS. I accidentally clicked my I accidentally clicked aim. I just meant to crouch, but I literally just fat fingered my mouse, so that's rough. But yeah, right there, if I'm just staying crouched, he's not gonna be able to kill me, right? He might try to impact me or something, but my teammates are behind him, they're gonna kill him. And they did kill him, and I would still be alive if I didn't aim. But it's just, again, adding that pressure, letting the teammates deal with it. And then as he's shooting my teammates, if he does start getting in fights with my teammates, that's why I want to ADS him or charge him at the same time, because he's not gonna be able to deal with me and my teammates at the same time. But yeah, he got caught off in a bad spot because he was pinned down in that corner. I fumbled a bit, which, you know, first game of the day, it'll happen. Didn't warm up. I don't usually warm up for these. I just raw dog it, you know. Sometimes you got to go in raw, see what you can do. Find out your true strength, you know. It's like if you're ever put in a battle. Like if you're ever suddenly someone robs your house, you know, maybe you know Kung Fu. Maybe you know all these different fighting techniques. But what if you're not warmed up? Maybe you limber up before you go and do jujitsu every week, right? Maybe you're mentally prepared. What happens when you're not mentally prepared? You just go in raw. You're going in raw to the robber robbing your house. He's got a gun. He's got weapons. What do you got? Your fists of fury. Are you still gonna fight him the same way? Maybe not. So that's basically what it's like to go into a solo queue match like this. All right, let's hop on the Blitz. Blitz is probably my personal favorite of the 3 shield operators. I think he's the most fun. He's the most aggressive. And he's just like so chaotic. He's great for rushes. He's great even if you're not rushing and you just time it well with your team. There's a lot you can really do. And getting in their face is pretty much like what you want to do as a shield op. You want to get in their face. And if you're against a shield op, you want to make sure they're not getting in your face. So keeping your distance. And if you do want to get in their face, do it with a teammate. So if you find a shield op alone, that's the perfect time to get in their face. But you need somebody with you. You can't do it by yourself because you're going to get 1v1. The shield is going to win that 1v1. So bringing a teammate along is how you deal with it if you can. Now, if you don't have a teammate along, C4, shoot them combo, impact, shoot them combo, a lot harder on console because it's hard to aim. And shields are just even stronger on console just because of that fact that it's harder to quickly shoot them after getting a melee off or whatever. So yeah, you just have to try to use your utility at that point. Or just try to kill everyone else. Just try to take out everyone else and ignore the shield. That's another way to do it. And just try to... It's tough, though. I mean, they are just annoying and difficult to deal with, especially when you're up against a good shield op. Check for the Capcans. Do have a Capcan here. And honestly, walking up here is going to be a little sketchy, so I'm not even gonna bother with it. The fact you can reload behind these and punch them without exposing yourself is great. You can get the wall ace, so I shot the bandit off. Now, I could always hop in here off the smokes whenever I want. I'm gonna drone real quick. Make sure this bandit's scared. I don't want him to trick. And he is scared. He's a scared bitch boy. Now, I could smoke this and hop in. Or I could smoke bathroom and hop in. And as you can see, it's a 2v5, which is not good for us. Alright, so now I gotta get picks. And this is where the shields don't really thrive because it's going to be hard to get up in their face when it's a 2v5, right? So, again, if you kill everyone else, it's gonna work because shields are really bad in clutches, right? You have to try an ADS. You have to try and win a gunfight with your pistol against all these guns that they have. And normally, the advantage of the shield comes from getting in their face, isolating a single person, and being able to abuse the hell out of them.
We have been eliminated.
Wait, what the hell? That was crazy. It could be legit. That could have been a legit kill. You could just hurt him, but it looked a little bit too much like he was looking right at him. I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're playing shields. Common pre-fire. So yeah, basically what I did there is what you don't want to do. And because my teammates were playing so aggressively the first 2 rounds, I should have probably stayed being aggressive with them. Knowing Sledge was going to walk up those yellow stairs and like my team is just going to push in, I probably should have been the first guy in, right? So if my team was like, hey, we're going to like just rush up yellow. If they just told me that, I'd be like, hell yeah, I'm in, you know, I'll go first. And that way I can gather the info with the shields, right? Because the shields are info. At the end of the day, you are gaining a ton of info that you can relate to your team. Obviously, I'm not doing a very good job of that because I'm talking to you guys more than I am my team. But if I was actually, like, if I was SoloQ right now and not recording this video, I'd be like, all right, guys, like, let's do this. I'm going to, like, do this and, like, try to work with my teammates a little bit more. Because at the end of the day, shields make for easy teamwork. And if you can work better as a team together, you will beat the other team. Now, that being said, sometimes there are solo plays that destroy your teamwork and will win the round because your teamwork isn't perfect. So, teamwork will help in the long run, but there was still it's still able to be exploited by a single person at times. Now, if you're up against like pro league teams, the teamwork is so good that a solo play will just never work because you literally have to be like a mechanical god slamming people off of like the most ridiculous things in order to actually break the teamwork. So that's why in like the highest ranks and the highest comp level in the game, like people are working so well together. Now with Clash, what do you want to do? If we want to gather info, we don't want to get isolated. We always want a safe route back. So we always want to make sure we're not getting trapped somewhere where we are getting shot in the back. So we just want to kind of keep our distance from people. So Clash is kind of the opposite of the rest of the shields, and this is obviously not helping me. This is really bad. I'm literally just going to break this. Because I'm standing in this doorway, it makes no sense for a zombie to literally trap me out.
Come on, then.
Now, I can shoot this drone because there's nobody around me. Normally, you would not do that if there's, like, people pinning you down. You have to be careful over here as well. I might actually go over there since we have the barricades for info. So let's take a look. Dealing with Clash, kind of the same thing. You want to, like, teamwork's going to be the best. You want to get behind her. You want to shoot her in the back, obviously, when you can. That's why not, like, if they're playing a lot of Clash, you don't want to do a 5-man push. You want to be 5-man direct pushing something because the Clash will just rotate over there and you'll get stuck and it's just going to be hard. So does somebody want to come fight the guy top garage with me? So here's where the teamwork comes in. I'm going to walk up, just pressure, gain info. Now, I don't want to be too over pushy. I don't want to get caught off up there, right? Now, I can't shoot these gridlocks because there's nobody behind me. And they're in sight. So I'm going to keep my gun out and try to get some picks now because we are down 2-1. Or 2-5.
There's another one over
3 to
there.
down 2-man advantage.
Kitchen.
I'm gonna fight another guy here. I got my shield on my back.
One's in garage.
Shield on the back for safety. Almost had him. Again, we have to get the picks back when we lose man advantage. Playing a Clash in a 3v5, if my teammates are playing off of me, I can work with a teammate to get the picks back, but because they're not, I gotta switch to my gun. I gotta try to get kills. This guy snuck into sight. I was trying to watch literally every other direction, so they really only had 2 ways it could come from. Actually, yeah, 2 ways. Lobby and, well, lobby, just lobby. So because my teammates weren't watching that side, he was able to get 2 picks. Now, it is what it is, but that's like another good way to deal with Clash, is you literally just push behind. Again, like I'm saying, like I said earlier, like you don't want to be doing this 5-man push. If all 5 are pushing garage there's no way they can come in the back and like surprise our team. There's no way I can get shot in the back if they're all pushing the same direction. I can keep my shield up, waste time, do damage to them with my shield, and consistently be like pestering them essentially. And then my teammates can actually get aggressive off of that. So because they had that backside pressure, they were able to break some of our structure. Now I can no longer use my shield. Now, like, Clash is effectively useless. And there's a reason Clash is literally the worst defender, like the statistical worst defender, like the lowest win rate in the entire game. And it's because the people that play her are playing her all the time for some reason, and she's really only good on a select few sites. Like, I like bringing Clash on, like, the basement of Oregon, where you can sit in bunker, and everyone that does those direct bunker pushes, it's just going to completely shut it down. And then you can kind of switch between the different staircases if they start rotating, if you have the info for it. But again, Clash is much better with teamwork and with a team, and if you don't have that, which most ranks don't, then she's going to be a lot worse than what she's capable of, I would say. Now, I could reinforce these so I don't get wallbang through the window. They're probably going to come across from the breach here, so playing in bathroom might work. Now, I do have to be careful of, like, bull and stuff. Honestly, this is a map I would never play Clash on in my life, just because there's so many windows and different pinches, and, like, people kind of lurk around, and there's not a lot of area you can actually hold with her that's super safe, just because of all the different windows and such. Now, this guy's outside the other window. I'm just going to sit here and try to get some damage off on her if I can. But again, I got to be careful of this. So you can tell I'm kind of always exposed to something, even if I don't want to be. Now, I could also impact trick this. I tried to switch back to my shield, but it didn't work. Doc would be kind of nuts with the shield. So I'm going to play here so I can hold the breach push and the window hop in. I try to get some damage off. The drone under the window. Also, the site we went to first is arguably, I would say, the worst site on this map. So again, I do have to be careful of somebody hopping in here. That's going to completely screw me. So maybe even sitting like this might be a better idea. I'm going to push up. Got to be careful of these holes as well. Now they have the Grimbees on me, which is fine. I mean, I'm Clash. Hopped in bathroom window, I think. And again, I could just get shot in the back.
You're exposed.
Worried about my yellow as well. Again, not a great site for Clash. I'm just keep walking around, try to stay alive, try to gather info.
I'm taking you.
Reload. Get rid of some drones, switch back to my shield. Nice, now I can get aggressive. We have the numbers, now I can get aggressive. One's on the breach, it's Ash. And the other one's on Dorm's window.
She's one on window.
He's one shot on the window. Maybe I can tase her to death.
Just you and me.
I did a little bit of damage there, I
She
think.
should be almost dead, Clash.
Just got to be careful of not dying. As long as I stay alive, I win this. Just got to keep the info alive and stay alive myself. Don't get shot in the back. So I'm gonna hide in a corner. I'm just gonna hide in a corner. If she tries to push this way, I'm gonna shock her to death. She has to go somewhere else. And if she comes behind me, I can hear her. I can turn. But she's just going to bait. She's just going to bait for kills. And even if my mute dies, I know I'm winning this round. So I'm just going to play safe, play smart, sit in the corner, win the round. Close it out, seal the deal. She has no utility that can do damage, right? It's Brava. She doesn't have nades. She doesn't have flashes. She has smoke grenades. Not something I need to worry about. She's going to open the L door. She can try that. Sounds like she's come back to the window there. Just going to switch corners so I don't get shot from yellow. And she hops in the window. And that's it. There you go. And she really was one shot, so good shit from my teammate for not lying. Like, she could have been like 20 health, you know, and somebody be like, he's one shot. That's a classic. That's a classic, but we're in Champion. The callouts are pretty good half the time, you know. Half the time they're actually right. So huge round, not bad. Could play some more Clash, or we could play like some shield counter. I know they're not playing shields, but another great counter for shields is Legion, right? You get a lot of damage from the goo mines, impact grenades. You could even do Melusi, where they're actually getting slowed as they push in. Echo, if you have teamwork, Echo is one of the best shield counters because it will unextend Monty's shield. It'll knock their shield to the side. It'll disorient them a lot. You could also do Ella, because Ella, her mines will also swing the shield. So if you keep one in your pocket and throw it at the shield, it'll explode. Their shield will swing, and you might be able to get the kill that way. So there are some good shield counters, but by far, again, the best thing is just working together with your team to take them out. Like, isolating them. If you know they're by themselves, you definitely want to get aggressive while you can. And if they're not, try to work the picks off the people that are pushing behind it. Just be very aware of the teamwork that comes off the shield, because it is a lot of info and it is a big distraction. It's scary when those things, it's just scary when they be dropping their shields at you, man. I know what it's like, dude. sometimes they're the most annoying things in the world. So just playing to counter them is very important. Now I'm going to make this rotate so I can actually sprint through it. You want to be able, as Clash, you want to be able to walk through the rotates. You don't have to be dropping your shield so that you can crouch through it, right? It's very, very annoying. So if you have a Clash on your team as well, make the rotates all like walkable so that you don't have to crouch just for her sake alone. Same thing with like if you are playing around Oregon on that bunker site where you make the rotate into elbow. I would make that a full standing one so Clash can get through. Now let's just see where they're at. Again, we want to just push at wherever they're pushing from and waste time on that side. They're coming Master side. Now, this is all castled off, so I can probably go picnic and stall some time here. Got to be careful of someone walking up the stairs, so I don't want to push too far. It's actually still castled, so we can push back at these guys. Oh, wow. Almost picked Bandit off. He's right on ping Bandit, left side now. I'd wait. That was an insane waste of a Nitro. Careful with the nades. Nades are a solid counter against Clash, especially if she's in a corner. You just throw one on each side and she can't avoid both at the same time. Very effective. He's dropped off. Now they are playing the main breach, so I kind of want to get aggressive on this.
And they have garage control. I'm pretty sure.
There's a Brava cam in sight. There's a guy on the breach. Try to do some damage, waste some time. This gate is annoying, so we're gonna have to burn this. Mobility is very important. It looks like we're gonna have to get some kills here. So we gotta kind of peek for info, and we're dead. Well, that's the way it goes. He had a nice angle on that. I thought he was pushed a little more in. I missed my shots. It's too bad. Clash's secondary is really good though. But as you can see, like if they get a couple picks, it's rough pickings at that point. You gotta try to take some ones, and I could have. Like, I know there's a few people over here, so pushing up with my shield is not smart, right? They can just swarm me, use their utility on me. I'm not going to maybe get the chance to switch guns at another point. So switching there and trying to get a pick back is pretty important, especially with our bandit low. Like, so there's a lot of situations where it can be tough. And honestly, I'm not going to play Clash anymore. I think I've played her enough. We'll play the Legion. Let's just hope they bring a shield, you know? Frost is also good. Like, Frost on staircases. I'll show you some Frost mats that are good against shields as well. And this applies to a lot of maps. You can do this on pretty much any site that has staircases. So, like, on the yellow stairs, I'll put one on the plat there. So if they are walking up with a shield, because the shields lose a lot of vision on their bottom side, they're probably not going to see those mats if they're not actively thinking about it and worrying about it. A really good spot for this is top of the rafters on Clubhouse, because that Monty push always comes to the rafters. He's looking at the guy in rafters, and then there's just a Frost mat at the top that he walks into, which is really, really nice. And then, of course, you just have to make sure you're actually confirming the kill. Otherwise, they're just going to revive. They're just going to self-revive, and that's not great. Finka also super annoying with shields. Great combo Finkas and shields because it gets rid of some of that chip damage and brings that health back, which is super, super frustrating. You know, if you're dumping 6 impacts out of shield, you would hope that they take enough damage that they die. But then you got Finka stimming them in between everyone, and all of a sudden, 6 impacts is good for nothing. You know what I mean? So if you want to be even more annoying, I'm just teaching people how to be like just annoying little fuckers. Like, literally, like, it's kind of funny. Anyway, I love this game. It's so fun. So, I mean, I doubt they'll bring a shield. I don't think... I mean, they're honestly pretty good on the attack on this site. I'm surprised they didn't really counter the shield play yet. Like, they haven't really brought anything to deal with the Clash. They haven't brought anything to deal with the shields on attack. They just are playing their regular game and picking off other people, and it's clearly working because Outback is a defender side map, and we lost 2 defenses with that Clash, so... Now, they do have a Gridlock in Picnic. Gridlock's Picnic. I don't want to expose my feet, so I'm going to back up. Just pre-fire that a bit. He's going to be watching that, so I'm not going to peek it again unless I want to die. Now, I got to be careful of yellow. I do have that frost mat, but I'm going to walk forward a bit so I'm not exposed, and I can hold this bull angle. So now I'm not exposed to anything else. Now, if they suddenly blast this open, they could get a quick pick on me. But we have barbed wire, so I actually don't need to worry about it. I'll just keep holding this angle onto bull. This is just a nice little angle if they do decide to just walk in here with no drone. And my teammates look like they are holding this okay by themselves. So maybe I should just watch yellow for now, just to help them out on the yellow side. Now they're watching that, so I'll watch something else. Basically, you just don't want to be watching the same thing all the time. This zombie is doing some of the worst zombies I've ever seen. Like, just completely fucking me over with them. I don't know why. So yeah, I would not recommend those. I killed him. It was Buck Picnic. Gridlock was Picnic too, though. You gotta be careful of the bathroom window hopping. But I want to hold this Picnic in case another one tries to come over here. That was a nice play by Buck. That was a nice, like, surprise play. I wasn't even ready for it. I was too busy punching a zombie's stupid barricade that was in my way.
Oh.
One's outside the games window. I could hold this from the other side, so I'm actually going to do that. I'm going to go hold the breach and this door from here. Oh, and I got one in the frost mat. That's huge. And then we have this sledge and bull. He's droning, but I don't think he'll drone me. One bull. He's dead. Nice little angle. Is he in?
No.
I just want to support the team. He's not in yet, and he can't get through that gate. So I just have to really make sure he doesn't hop in the breach. It's a little too aggressive an angle. I got the breach hop in. If he hops in the far side, I'll get him. If he hops in the close side, I won't. So I'll actually sneak into here if he hops in. If I hear the vault and don't see him, I'll move to my right. Basically, the second I hear the vault, I'm going to pre-fire and move to my right. That way I either kill him or he's stuck in this corner, and then I don't get caught off standing here. Because if he quick peeks me off this, it's going to be bad. So I'm going to keep holding this.
Down to 15 seconds.
We could come to the window as well. I'm hoping my frost mat's still on it, but it might not be.
10 seconds to go.
Coming back to the breach audio.
5 seconds to go.
I don't know if he hopped in. Oh, he did hop in the window. My teammate played that really, really well. Yo, well played, dude. He played it really passive just to kill him if he pushes through on me. He got him just as he downed me, so he just played it really smart. I wish he would have called the window hop in just because I didn't hear it from where I was at. That would have been nice. That way I wouldn't have known he was in there because I just assumed he was coming back to the breach. That guy just was sitting outside forever. So it's okay, though. We'll play some Monty again since we kind of fumbled the bag on that Monty round. We'll get a little redemption round on the Monty here. And honestly, I think Monty's the best again. He's just really strong. Adds a ton of pressure, especially on a really close quarters map like this where there's not a lot of room for the defenders to move around. Then you start adding this pressure to them, and they really start to panic and they start to squirm because otherwise they're gonna get knocked on their ass by a shield in the face. We're 7-4 right now, which is pretty good. I think I got 2 or 3 kills that round, so not a lot coming from the shields, but you know, still some solid gameplay, still some W gameplay. And that's part of it, is like, we've played, you got to think about it this way too. I'm 7-4, right? I have almost a 2 KD, but we've also played 7 rounds. Like, I'm averaging 1 kill a round. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm just trying to do my part and help out the team as I can. I'm not like outperforming anyone by any means. I'm not doing anything extreme. Like, yeah, we have a teammate who's 1-5, but like, I'm not doing anything nuts. I'm getting a couple kills on the round we lost, right? Like the clash round in the first defense round, I got like 2 or 3 kills there. We lost a round. So those kills, they don't mean anything. So going to the scoreboard and be like, oh my God, my team sucks. Look at this. What are they doing? They're like, this guy's 1-5. Like, this is why we're not like haven't won the game. Like, why are we in overtime? And freaking out about all this stuff that really is irrelevant. It's just a way to like chalk your own mental and perform worse individually, and also just like not trust your team and play like less of a teammate. You got to play as a teammate. Like I've been saying this entire video, like teamwork is what makes you win. So just stop worrying about everyone else, essentially. Worry about yourself. I've made a lot of mistakes this game. I've done some good things, I've done some bad things, and I'm just gonna focus on what I can actually improve, because focusing on anything else is irrelevant and it doesn't help anything. Get that bandit. I got one bandit. You're good. And our ace, he's getting this wall open every time. Like, he's putting in the work that matters. So I'm not worried about him only having 1 kill, right? Like, we need to be getting these breaches over here. There's 2 top yellow right now. Yo, we could actually push in the breach, I think. I'm gonna smoke this off and hop in. Do you guys want to push in? I'm in dorms.
One's laundry.
I'm gonna smoke this and try to push yellow. I'm trying to push these guys yellow. They might be pushing in off this smokes. My teammates are not with me, so I'm not going to push quite yet. Wow, he got me through the shield. Wow, just as I turned. Well played by that guy. I thought he was going to be just hiding in this corner, and I didn't see him the first time I turned, so wow, nice double kill. I did have 2 teammates yellow, I guess. I was hoping they would push in the breach with me while I came in, because that way we could have smoked yellow and actually pushed sight. But because I didn't have that support to push sight, again, I'm worried about those crossfires. I'm worried about them flanking through my smoke, because I don't have the teamwork to back it up. So I tried to make a bit of an aggressive play. but the play wasn't really there. The only play at that point was to try and push yellow, but because I saw 2, I was like, oh, I better check my left corner real quick, and checking that actually got me killed. But if the timing was a little bit different, that Azami would have been completely fried, right? Because if she can't shoot me in the head, I knock her on the ground, and I just keep punching her, and she's getting montied, she's getting fisted, she's getting fucking railed, you know? And that would have sucked for her. Right? That's right. Okay, do we go back to the clash on overtime match point? Hell yeah, we do, because this is a shield video, and I'm not freaking scared, dude. You know what we need to do? We need to be a little more aggressive. Now, if I could, even if I just had one other teammate who's willing to walk around behind me and push with me, and I could very well just ask, but if I'm queued with a duo, let's say, they're like, yo, just follow me around. We're going to pick somebody off quick. They're separated a lot, so what are we going to do? We're going to isolate one of these separated guys. I'm going to clash them, and you're going to kill him. You're going to swing him, kill him, pre-fire him, because I'm going to be calling him out. I'm going to be pinging him, and we're just going to take one out. We're just going to do that, and we're just going to keep doing it and try to pick the other team off one by one before they pick us off one by one. Because what they have been doing is they've been working garage windows, they've been working the breach, they've been working piano, they've been working picnic. That's 4 different areas, and they only have 5 people. So only one of those areas has 2 people on it. So we just got to find the 3 other areas that only have 1 and then get the kills from there. Yo, if somebody wants to come, like, contest picnic with me, we could pick this guy off. They come by himself.
10 seconds.
We'll see. We'll try. We'll try. And then same thing with Shark Stairs. If he tries to come with Shark Stairs, I'll just turn around. I'll hear him. I'll stun him. My teammates will kill him. This castle is honestly not really helping because we're losing so much space so fast. So I'm actually going to play with Bandit because they come across. I'm going to play top yellow Bandit if you want to put a C4 underneath or something.
Let's just see what happens.
All right, let's just see what happens. I agree. That's, you know, that's fine. Totally agree. Like if they are coming across, great.
If you want, you could slow them down and ping them and they push you, and I'll see 4 below.
Yeah, sounds good. Sounds good. I'll just play from bathroom if they come through the wall.
So it sounds like they're just pushing like picnic or. Like,
yeah, I don't think they're coming over here.
Alright, I'm just gonna come top.
Picnic's castled off too. I think they're just coming garage. Maybe main stairs like Shark.
We're casting off. Let's just.
What window's open?
I think this.
Both
You can rip this one down. We're fine. We can go through games. We can go through games. This is a safer one.
Garage dead.
I'm gonna switch to my shield right after. Spin around. Yeah, these castles are not great just because they get rid of a lot of our control. Like they get rid of a lot of our space that we could use against them. Now I'll go up against these holes. I got the main wall.
E-box open.
Okay, there goes one person. Where was that sledge at?
Is that
Okay. Try to get back to site to help the site push. I can hold the breach, so I can hold the breach.
Yeah.
They can only really push through the site door right now. Left side breach. It's Thermite. He's alone.
Spotted by hostiles. Fall back.
Yeah, you want to swing this guy in the breach? He's alone. Again, need a little bit of teamwork on the clash and stuff. Breach guy left.
Thermite dead. Diffuser down.
Nice, nice. That's the diffuser outside garage window. So we have a 4v2. Just gotta protect my teammates right now. I can hold yours. No, I'm just gonna hold the breach.
I know.
I say I could hold the stairs.
Wow, Kali is 20.
Where's this gridlock at? I'm just gonna play for
she's
info
in
here.
games I've seen.
She could go to the roof and route for the diffuser, so I'm just gonna play garage for now. I'm just gonna play the diffuser, play garage, play the time like we did before.
Sounds like.
If you guys can just hide and stay up, we got
Kali is in
diffuser.
games itself right now. Droning in right now. Drone coming into bowl.
Now I could push her, but I don't want to get caught off by this
Never mind,
gridlock.
it's on the red table.
Because let's say this gridlock rotates to the breach and shoots us all in the back, not gonna be good. So just sit here, play the diffuser, play the time, play for the win, right? Now hopefully, now the other thing is, if both my teammates die,
20 seconds left. Gridlock's on game store.
I'm in a 1v2. It's gonna be tough to win that, especially with.
Only gridlock I see right now.
One op
Yeah,
4
last one's on
remaining.
game store.
I can stun him.
Bolt now, tag thing.
Right on ping, right on ping.
Fires in 10 seconds.
On your hole. Nice, good job,
Four
guys.
eliminated. Mission
So yep,
successful.
stall time, get the win. Solid round. But a lot of it comes down to my teammates staying alive and picking off other people on the other team. So it's not really as much what I'm doing. It's more like I'm relying on everyone else to play the game, and I'm just a passive factor in the round, which is why I don't really love Clash. I like being an active participant in the round. I like being the one that can decide if we win or lose based on the plays that I'm making. So I'm not a huge Clash fan. And she's not very good, just in general. So let me know what you guys thought. Shield rework, I think shields are very strong. Obviously, some subpar shield gameplay, but we will have more on the Poxonlox game channel. So head over there. Links in the description if you want to watch that. Thanks for watching, boys, and we'll see you tomorrow. Let's go freaking gamers!